Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Microbiology Easy Notes. If you like this channel, please like, subscribe, comment and share. As you know, we are running lecture series on bacterial cell structure. In this lecture series, we are going to cover different parts of the bacterial cell, which are outermost layer, cell wall, plasma membrane, cytoplasm, mesosome, ribosome, nucleoid, plasmid, inclusion bodies, flagella, pili, and fimbriae. Cell wall is an important structure of bacterial cell which is present just outside the cell membrane. If bacteria possess glycocalyx layer or outermost layer, it can be located between glycocalyx layer and plasma membrane. If you want to know about what is glycocalyx layer, there is a link below in description box. You can check that link for more understanding. So cell wall is a thick layer mainly made up of polysaccharides, proteins and lipids. All bacteria possess almost similar type of cell wall, but their chemical composition can be differed. In 1884, Christian Gram developed the Gram stain. Due to the different cell wall composition, bacteria behave differently against Gram staining. So in response to the Gram staining procedure, bacteria can be divided into two major groups. Gram-positive bacteria, which take purple stain against Gram staining, and Gram-negative bacteria, which take red stain against gram staining. We will cover gram staining procedure in different lecture. Let's understand the both type of bacterial cell wall. First is gram-positive cell wall. Gram-positive cell wall contains peptidoglycan layer, teichoic acid, periplasmic space and surface proteins. Peptidoglycan layer of gram-positive cell wall is porous, rigid, multi-layered, complex structure of polymeric carbohydrates and amino acids. Its thickness is around 50 to 80 nanometer. It has glycan or sugar backbone which is made up of repetitive alternative arrangements of two sugar derivatives, N-acetylglucosamine, in short NAG, and N-acetylmuramic acid, in short NAM. These units are linked by glycosidic bonds. Now these two parallel chains of glycans are cross-linked by tetrapeptide linkage, which is basically 4 amino acid chain. The amino acids present in tetrapeptide chain are L-alanine, D-glutamic acid, D-aminopimalic acid or L-lysine and D-alanine. Things to remember here is peptide cross-linkage only present between NAM units. So many layers of glycan chains arranged over each other cross-linked by tetrapeptide chain forms thick layer of peptidoglycan. Next important component of gram-positive cell wall is teichoic acid. Teichoic acid is unique to gram-positive cell wall. It is present in perpendicular fashion in peptidoglycan layer. Teichoic acid is water-soluble polymer of glycerol or ribitol phosphate. It is major surface antigen of gram-positive bacteria. It constitutes about 50% of dry weight of cell wall. It gives negative charge to the cell wall of gram-positive bacteria. Next come periplasmic space. The space present between plasma membrane and peptidoglycan layer is called periplasmic space. In case of gram-positive bacteria, this space is not bigger. It contains few proteins and exoenzymes. Next is surface protein. These proteins often found on the peptidoglycan layer of some bacteria which interact with external environment. And now gram-negative bacterial cell wall. Gram-negative bacterial cell wall also contains peptidoglycan layer. In gram-negative bacteria, peptidoglycan is single-layered and thinner than gram-positive bacterial cell wall. It is around 2 to 7 nanometer in thickness. The thin peptidoglycan layer is present next to the plasma membrane. Next part of gram-negative bacterial cell wall is outer membrane. Peptidoglycan layer is covered by a 7 to 8 nanometer thick outer membrane. Outer layer is attached to the peptidoglycan layer by hydrophobic ends of lipoproteins. Second layer of outer membrane is of phospholipids and the last uppermost layer consists lipopolysaccharides and porine proteins. Lipopolysaccharides are the large complex molecules contain both lipid and carbohydrates and consist of three parts: lipid A, the core polysaccharide, and the side O chain. These are basically a endotoxin responsible for causing disease. Gram-negative cell wall, when stained with gram stain, it attains saffron pink color. The lipopolysaccharide layer holds the saffron dye in the stain and is responsible for the color. Next is periplasmic space. In gram-negative bacteria, periplasmic space is present between plasma membrane and peptidoglycan layer. Beside that, it is also present between outer membrane and peptidoglycan layer. Periplasmic space is gram-negative cell wall contains around 20 to 40% of the total cell volume. Different proteins such as hydrolytic enzymes, transport proteins, etc. present at the periplasmic space. And now, function of bacterial cell wall. It provides definite shape to the cell because of its hard and rigid structure. It helps to transport various biomolecules across the cell. Many important molecules like proteins, enzymes, and ions enters in the cell via cell wall. It also acts as permeability barrier, restrict the entry of unwanted molecules inside the cell. Bigger molecules like toxin, foreign particles cannot enter via cell wall. It prevents cell from desiccation and external environmental shock. Rigidity of a cell wall protects the cell and water absorption capacity prevented from desiccation. It prevents cell from immune system attacks. Sometimes phagocytes cannot engulf bacteria due to presence of cell wall. It provides pathogenicity to the bacterial cell. Enzymes and proteins present in cell wall helps bacteria in causing disease in other beings. Cell wall also provide attachment site to the bacteria. So this was all about gram-negative bacterial cell wall and gram-positive bacterial cell wall. Thank you for watching.